a really cool question here today that can be solved many different ways. I'm actually going to throw out 4 different ways to solve this. And if you're pretty familiar with Desmos or the TI Inspire CX-CAS calculator, you'll know that you can designate a little slider for your constant A, and then literally just kind of drag the slider until you find them meeting at one point, because we want one distinct solution. So this one right here is the Desmos output. You literally just pop your 2 graphs in, and then here's your little slider. And you just want to make sure that they hit only at one point because we're looking for one solution. Swivel this guy around until you find that, and it's at 14.5. Alternatively, and I usually use the TI Inspire calculator for most of my students, you can actually do the exact same thing on this calculator as well. It's the same deal. You just drag it around until you see that it hits only once, and that's going to be at 14.5 as well. But what if you didn't want to do it graphically? So you can get away with not doing it graphically. And actually this way will help you understand more about how to solve these kinds of solutions as well. A good way to think about this is to be able to visualize it. Over here you have y equals negative 1.5. So if you're just having y equals a constant, that just means that you have a horizontal line. So here all we have is just a horizontal line here, y equals negative 1.5. And we know that this parabola has facing up because we have a is greater than 0 here being 1. So we're kind of looking at the situation. So if you're an astute observer, you'll know that at this vertex, vertex being hk in vertex form, what do you think the value of k is going to be? So if you answered negative 1.5, you would be correct. So if we were somehow able to complete the square on this guy and get this guy into our vertex form, like so, we will be able to understand that k has to be equal to negative 1.5 and figure out a from there. And so the calculator can really help you out. The function is going to be menu35, and I've already done it. It's going to look like that. Just so we don't have to go through the algebraic steps of actually completing the square. Here it's going to complete the square telling you that k is equal to a minus 16, and k is negative 1.5, a minus 16, so a is just going to be that same 14.5 that we were seeing with those calculator graphical results. Another way to do this is to use the discriminant. So if you guys will remember, the discriminant is that amazing thing underneath the root sign that is a part of your quadratic formula. So in order to have one real solution, you want to set this guy equal to 0 because plus or minus 0 is just going to give you the same one solution, right? So here, if you set these guys equal to each other, which is how we try to find the solution, right? So you go ahead and do something like that. You'll be able to see that in order to get this guy equal to 0, we're going to go ahead and move the 1.5 over to the other side. And now this is literally just going to be kind of like a menu31 input on the calculator solving for a, which I have done already, and it's going to be right here. And as you can see, it gives you the exact same solution of 14.5.